Hi there, Wynanda. Great job writing more essays, getting ready for IELTS. Great work. So let's get into your corrections and see what you wrote. Pollution has become a worldwide problem, and it is known to have a more devastating effect in metropolises, this should be plural, than in the countryside. This essay will discuss some of the reasons why pollution in cities is because you're referring to pollution, okay? That's your noun here. So pollution in cities is becoming worse, as well as this essay will discuss some of the reasons why pollution in cities is becoming worse, as well as, you didn't need to say giving, as well as some examples on how to prevent it from becoming disastrous, okay? Because you have to be careful that you have structures that match, that fit together. So that's what you need to do here. All right, moving on. First body paragraph. Firstly, one of the major causes, plural always here, of pollution in cities. Now, this is really tricky, and people always have a hard time with this. Let's look at it again. One of the major causes of pollution in cities is motor vehicle emissions. Why? Because you said one of the causes. It's your lead noun here. And so this should be is motor vehicle emissions. And if you really think about it, motor vehicle emissions is in fact just one thing. Okay? So this is largely due to the fact that people go to work daily by bus or car. If more people traveled by train, bicycle, or walked, okay, because it's a conditional here, walked to work, careful with your spelling, then these emissions would drastically decrease. Fine. For example, a recent study by the World Health Organization showed that air pollution caused, careful, D here, by cars would decrease by 30% if people traveled by train. Moreover, it would decrease by another 40% if the remainder of the commuters walked to work. Consequently, pollution caused by vehicle emissions can be reduced if people use here, you're missing a verb, better forms of transportation to work. All right, so Wynanda, we're now at about half point of your essay. You have some really nice elements. The structure is perfect, good vocabulary, just some little grammar mistakes that could potentially hold you back. So be careful with them, all right? And let's move on to the second half of your essay. Secondly, people who live in larger cities tend to use more plastic due to their busy lifestyle and the need to purchase fast food, no plural here, and their need to order takeaway food. Fine. Plastic is used in various forms, cups, straws, food containers, etc. It is not biodegradable and ends up in landfills or in the sea. This can be avoided by using the aforementioned products, but made from environmentally friendly materials. Therefore, when these items are thrown away, they can be recycled. You see, it's all these parallel structures. So when these items, they, do you understand? So you have to make sure that all these things match. When one thing is plural, the other thing is plural. When one thing is singular, so forth and so forth. Take, for instance, the new Starbucks cups, which are made of bamboo. Furthermore, bamboo was scientifically proven to lessen the risk of skin cancer, specifically around the mouth area. Ultimately, no plastic should be used in fast food or takeaway packaging. All right, now Wynanda, look at what's happening here. You've got this really great example. What I expected, though, as support for this example about Starbucks cups made from bamboo, is that bamboo is an ideal material because it can be recycled, because it can be reused, because it's biodegradable. Instead, you told me something absolutely random about bamboo. Okay, it's fascinating. I had no idea, but it doesn't support your argument. Okay, and then the sentence that follows also doesn't really fit in. So it's not like an A, B, C kind of projection. It's kind of like you're just picking random pieces of information and sticking them together, and your essay can't do that. All right, because this will really affect your score for coherence and cohesion. So, like I said, a more logical connection here would have been how bamboo is environmentally friendly and how it's good for the environment, and then saying ultimately they're all there are alternatives to plastics like bamboo or other materials that are environmentally friendly or are reusable or are recyclable, etc., etc. Okay, so you get the idea. All right, and now for your conclusion. To conclude, although pollution is becoming a great problem in cities, there are various methods to prevent this from becoming detrimental. If more people avoid using motor vehicles and do not use here plastic products, then Mother Nature will have a significantly better future in sight. I love the end of this sentence. Very nice. Very good job. There was that one little problem here with the grammar of the conditional, but other than that, it was beautiful. All right, so Wynanda, like I said in previous essay corrections, you got some really, really wonderful elements. Be careful with a few of these things that I've talked about. Let's look at your next essay. Okay, and Wynanda, here we are with your task 1, your letter. So let's take a look. Dear Mr. Diamond, I am Wynanda Prinsloo, and I am a third-year financial accountant student at the University of Stellenbosch. The reason for my letter is to inquire regarding vacation job opportunities available at your firm. All right, so far so good. There is something a little not natural about I am Wynanda Prinsloo. It's I have to be honest with you, Wynanda. It's the kind of thing I see from English language learners and not something that typically advanced students of English use. So there are other alternatives to this. Usually we have a different kind of introduction. So it's something like I am writing. First we say, I'm writing to inquire regarding vacation job opportunities available at your firm. Allow me to introduce myself. And even this too is a little not natural. But you could say, I am a third-year financial accountant student at the university, etc., etc., and very interested in working for your firm for a number of reasons. So really, this is more natural rather than just saying, this is who I am, etc., etc. Okay, I would like to gain hands-on experience in bookkeeping. This will enable me here to practically apply what I have been studying at school, at university, whatever. I am interested in any position where I can assist bookkeepers with their daily tasks, including administration work. It would be great if I could do pastel processing. Why? I mean, if I were an employer, I would want to know what it is about this type of particular process that you wanted. And also, as an examiner, I would say this kind of begs the question, why? I mean, develop it a little bit. I know that the task is 150 words, but it could be more, and you would be okay. So it's really about, especially at the higher levels, developing it, really flushing out anything that really leads to a fully developed answer. Okay. I recently completed a PESEL course and will be obtaining my financial accounting degree by the end of the year. The past 2 years, I have been working at a small bookkeeping firm during my holidays. I have done cash book summaries in Excel, debtors and creditors reconciliations, as well as filing. Being able to do vacation work at your firm would give me great exposure to various career paths available in accounting. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you require any further information. Okay, Wynanda, it's fine. I mean, the grammar is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. One thing that I have to point your attention to here is this yours faithfully. Now, I know it may sound like a detail, but it actually turns out that the sign-off is actually rather important. And this is the wrong sign-off here. Do you know why? Because you address the letter, Dear Mr. Diamond. And so automatically, because you know his name, you have to write yours sincerely or best regards or regards, but you cannot write yours faithfully. Yours faithfully is the sign-off we use only in instances when we do not know the name of the person we are writing to. Plus, don't forget to add a comma. You may have heard the tutorial on IELTSpodcast.com recently about general writing task 1. If you haven't, take a listen. It goes into a number of details regarding the letter writing. So add some details, flush out really everything you can. This is fine. I don't have the task in front of me to see if you have fulfilled all the requirements, but I think on the whole, it was a nice attempt, okay? So just some little things. Your writing in general is really at a nice level. You're doing very well. I don't know, I didn't notice to see if you have any more essay corrections. I hope that before your exam you continue to get feedback from a tutor here at IELTSpodcast.com, or I don't know what other options you have, but really feedback is so important right up to your exam so that you can continue to improve. You continue to see where your mistakes are, what's holding you back from getting the score you need. So great job with these though today, and I really would like to see more of your essays in the future.